Greetings and welcome back to Big Bacon's Collection. I'm your host, Big Bacon. Today we're going to be looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 71 in the line, Craig Rock and Roll McConnell. So, as we always do with these reviews, we're going to look at the packaging, bust it open, look at the accessories, look at the figure, check the articulation, gear them up, and get them up on the shelf. So, hang tab portion. We've got 4+ virtue signaling. Don't choke. Top of the box, G.I. Joe Classified. This side we have a beautifully done artistic image. Number 71 on the line. This side we have the not a file card and the "Are you fucking kidding me" QR code. And a repeat of that side art. On the front, we have a render of the figure, geared up in all of its glory. Little of that artistic art there on the side. The full loadout. Down here, G.I. Joe Classified Series, G.I. Joe Craig Rock and Roll McConnell, G.I. Joe Star Hasbro. Down here, a huge virtue signal, because, that's what is required for business nowadays. And some stupid script. But don't feel bad. It's not alone. There's a lot more stupid script way back here. A miniaturized, not a file card. Up here at the top, number 71, G.I. Joe Star in the right corner, Craig Rock and Roll McConnell. The figure itself stands 6.4 inches tall. Render of the figure, and then a render of everything it comes with. Helmet, long bullet chain, radio, a set of alternate hands, sidearm, M60 with a plastic case, which, yeah. Okay, if you say so. Then there's a couple of highlights. In this case, they're focusing on the tattoos and I guess the fact that he's got a backpack, even though he doesn't have a backpack. Maybe it's the crossed ammo belt. I don't know. But we wasted enough time looking at cardboard. What do you say we pop that box's cherry? Oh, look at that. So, as always, we've got 2 containers inside. We have the figure in its cardboard casket. And we have the doesn't make sense weapons case. 71, star, upside down 71, upside down name. Oh wow. Crack this thing open. I guarantee there's no cardboard protecting anything in here. We did get some additional stupid script. You know how much we love that. G.I. Joe Cobra emblem on the parchment paper. I'm going to do the 4-corner drag just to make sure nothing's hung up in there. And then it's gone. So where to begin with the accessories? He's got an alternate right hand. In this case, it's a fist. Has horizontal hinging on it. Not bad sculpt. We have an alternate left hand. Also horizontal sculpt. The Rock On emblem. Rock on, man. And on the back of it, a beautiful tattoo of the lower half of a skull. Nice. You have a very long, very rubbery belt. Belt-fed weapon. And they gave you a belt for it. Makes sense. Oh, that is interesting. Am I missing something? I appear to be missing something, unless it's stuck in that. Nope, it's inside the helmet. So let's do the helmet real quick. Very nice, very real world Kevlar. Okay, this whole thing is starting to get annoying. There we go. So it's got a mount for the night optics, the night vision. Hang 10 right there on the front. Got the drop down ear covers or comms. Looks more like comms than just hearing protection. Back here he's got a small pouch that actually holds some rounds, it looks like. Nicely sculpted. Strapping system, very intricate. Very, very beautifully done. We have a radio. Radio looks kind of old, but it's not like it's a Syntgars, so I mean, who knows? The shadow knows. There is multiple paint apps on this thing. Black on the screen, different color for the knobs and antenna, as well as the lower portion where the battery is. Main unit is a separate color. Big old peg on the back. We've got a sidearm, which I'm surprised does not have a surfboard or a guitar or something on it. Here recently, they love throwing extra detail on these things. Slightly extended mag. There is no hole for blast effects. Now, if you don't want the great big belt fed, there is a smaller box where you can just set an extra small portion of bullets, of rounds that will plug directly into the weapon. Much more like what I had on my saw, but shaped a lot differently. Peg hole on the side here as well. And then we have this. So what do you say we very carefully remove this? Okay, so I was partially right. The weapon isn't fully encased in cardboard, but there was a little bit to protect the barrel, which still came factory bent. I mean, look at how very gummy. Okay, yeah, bent a little bit that way too. So, the sculpt on this thing is beautiful. Very nice. Open bolt weapon. Feed tray. Got a housing here for the canister. Top carry handle. Really large forward grip. Gas tube. Barrel. Flash suppressor. This one does have a hole for blast effects. Front sights. It's beautiful, man. It really is. And then you've got a built-in bipod, which not only comes up here and tucks nicely against it, but as you extend it, it does swing them out as well as down. So you end up with an actual true bipod. And as mentioned before, you can feed the rounds through. And they've actually left a couple of empty linkages, although in the real world, links come apart when you fire them. This will actually peg into the plate here. You know, if you can get it to, because of how rubbery it is. And then just feed the rounds up into the feed tray. Gives it a nice streamlined look. So, looking at him in the cardboard casket, already I'm seeing some hilarity. So, what do you say we set him free, shall we? So, there this goes. Sorry about that interruption. So we're just going to adjust him real quick before we do the review. We're going to pull the belt back down. We're going to slide this holster back up onto his leg, where it belongs. It's a drop thigh holster, not a drop shin guard holster. So, let's start with the face sculpt, shall we? This sculpt it's a lovely sculpt. He's got a little bit of that, I don't know if I want to call it sunburn, or he's got some color to his skin. Eyes are painted in there nicely. The beard, beautifully sculpted in, as is the hair. And then they've got a two-tone paint going on. A darker color on the base, and then a lighter color. Looks like a dry brush style on top of it. Neck. Okay, he's got this ugly bottom portion of his neck here, where you can see inside the articulation. Not great. So, two-tone top. More similar to his version 2 release in the vintage than his original all-green generic look. Got the crossed ammo belt. Now, these are affixed. They're not two separate pieces. Affixed in both the front and the back. Rounds facing down. So, you know, that's one thing. He's got a belt. The belt has multiple peg holes in it. Looks like a first aid kit in the back, canteen, mag pouch for the sidearm. Okay, pants are a different color than the top. He's got a drop-down pouch on this leg. Drop-down thigh holster on this one. Knee pads have a different paint app. Pants are nicely textured, but, you know, they've all been that way, so it's kind of a moot point at this, you know. It's no longer something special, if that makes any sense. He's got a basic brown pair of boots, a little bit of like a leather shin guard on the front of the boot. Strapping comes around the back. All in all, nice looking. Now, the arms have these lovely tampoed tattoos. Looks like a skull here with laser beams coming out of the eyes. Can't even tell what that one is. It looks like feathers of some sort, maybe a bird. And then his skull face on this hand. Over here, he's got mom on the inner bicep. Another skull up there. Fish on that forearm. Leather bracelet on this hand. More rounds on this one. Huh. Articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint. Is on a dumbbell. His neck is on a ball joint. Looks up that far. Down that far. Will walk like an Egyptian. Beautiful tilt and rotation. Arm hinges up to 90 degrees. Butterfly joint. Does rotate all the way around. Just now noticing the paint issues here where the two colors on the arms meet. It's nasty. Bicep cuff for rotation. Double jointed pinless elbow. Good deal of range. Hands rotate, horizontal hinging on the left hand, vertical on the right. So yeah, the actual trigger finger hand is vertical. The fist is horizontal. He's got a ball joint at the waist that allows for rotation. Some tilt. Little bit of front, little bit of back. But he also has an ab crunch, so adding that in, you get a little bit better forward. A little bit better back, but nothing to write home about. Drop down thighs, allow him to kick out that far. I'm sorry, drop down hips. That felt a little gummy, but there's no stressing in there, so leg will kick forward that far. Side cuff for rotation. Double, jointed, pinless, knee. Allows him to kick his own ass. These thigh attachments are really loose. I mean, they keep sliding up and down. Like, they made them so large that they don't firmly sit on the thigh. Boot cuff for rotation. Hinges back that far. Forward only that far. Front facing pin for rocker. Now, I said there were 2 peg holes on the belt. One of which is obviously for the radio. The other for the ammo canister. But we're going to leave that in there. We're not going to use the loosey-goosey belt. So, I just got to do it. I got to do it. Okay, you really can't get his hand close enough to... Well, I mean, if you turn his head, you can. Hands are fairly soft, but not as soft as the rubber for the weapon, so fun times. Gonna go ahead and drop that weapon in the thigh holster like a glove, but pushing it in once again makes the thigh holster want to just fall off. Kevlar looks good on him. Fits fairly comfortably. So, his groins feel looser for some reason than most of the drills I've reviewed. I don't know if maybe I'm just high or... But regardless, what do you say we take a moment and get him up on the shelf? He's not wanting to play fair. There you have it. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see y'all next time.